Welcome, 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 everyone. It's Melissa Jane here for Lauderhill TV. I am the founder, and we are all about spreading positive news and sharing amazing resources. So come on in, get settled down. We have an excellent show for you tonight. And also, it's going to be a short show, another short show, 30 minutes. We're going to give you the information and then get out of here. All right? So let's go.
Our children are our future. It doesn't matter if you don't have your own children.
And it's so good to have you here. We were introduced by programs that are happening in and around.
With our food distribution feeding people.
That day? Oh, okay. So
Back
today,
then, for my lifeguards and swimmers, back then the prerequisite was 5 people.
Yes, indeed. Good evening and welcome to Lauderhill TV. We do have a great show lined up for you tonight, so get settled in. Drop your name in the chat so I know you're here and I can welcome you as we always do. All right, how are you guys doing out there in Cyberland? Just drop me a message so I know you're there. We do have a great show. We're going to be talking all about grants tonight. Grants and pitch competitions. Basically, how you can get hold of funds that you do not have to pay back. All right, who wants to pay back money for their business when they're getting started? You really want to get things up and running, and you do not necessarily want to have to pay somebody back. That means interest. That means getting approved and all those type of things. So let's not deal with that, right? So who's here? Drop me a message in the chat. Let me know if you're here. Channing Insights, welcome. Channing Lamar, Florida, hello. Thank you for this. You are absolutely welcome. Good to have you tonight. Welcome to the show. Good to have you with us tonight. Perfect. All right. So before we get into the meat of the show, I do have one or two things to show you. So let's just go ahead and get the Lauderhill SDA events out of the way. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, welcome everyone. It's Melissa Jane, the founder of Lauderhill TV, and right here is where you're going to find Awesome information, great resources, amazing businesses, and of course, it's all going to be positive news. All right, we have a lot of great things coming up, and I want to give you a really nice show tonight, which is all about grants and funding for your small business. So go ahead and just drop me a number 1 in the chat so I know you're here and I can give you a great welcome. Of course, we want to welcome Channing Insights, good to have you. Channing Lamar, Florida. Hello, thank you for this. You're absolutely welcome. And also we have Millicent Fuller is here. Good evening, Millicent. Good to have you with us tonight. And I taught a few friends, she says. Wonderful, good to have you as always. All right, we are not going to hang around too much tonight. I really want to give you the information. All right, Dr. Regina Pierre Robertson is in the building. Welcome, Dr. Mama Shirley. Good to see you last week. And it was good to have you with us as we celebrated and supported a friend, Nushal Hastings. All right, are we ready for our content tonight? Are we ready? Is everybody ready for their content tonight? A Beyond Education Playbook. Welcome to the show. Good to have you as well. I don't think I've seen you here before, so it's good to have the new people in here. And actually, if you are new, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and feel free to share. If you find this type of content interesting and useful for you, which I know it will be, you want to just go ahead and share and tell somebody about it. All right. All right. So without further ado, let's get into our content for the night. Good to see you too, MJ. Lovely. All right. So as you saw from the flyer, the topic tonight is all about grants and pitch competitions. The flyer actually said, what would you do with $20,000 for your business in grants? What would you do if you had $20,000 in grants? Just drop me in the chat. What would you do if you actually received $20,000 for your small business or your nonprofit or whatever? Just right there in the chat. What would you do? Let's start with that, shall we? Go ahead and start with that. What would you do if you received $20,000 in hard cash, right? Straight into your bank account? What would you do with that money? Let me know. Dr. Robertson, I know you have a nonprofit. Beyond Education, are you a for-profit or a nonprofit? What would you do? Channing Insights, what would you do? Do you have a business, a for-profit or a nonprofit? Because these grants are for both. Millicent Fuller, I know that you're a DJ and you do things on the side, but what would you do if you received $20,000 in grant money? That means you don't have to pay it back, guys. What would you do? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Okay. All right. It's time to share some content with you. So tonight, I want to tell you all about grants and pitch competitions. We don't want to have to give this money back, so we want to go for these grants. We're not going to go for no loans. We're going to go for the grants. All right, looks like we're having some comments here. Let's see, what would Beyond Education Playbook do? For profit, good. I would get office supplies, but mainly marketing for the business. That is a great idea. That will be what my next grant will be for the marketing. So important. Branding and marketing is where I'm going next. But I'll tell you at the end what I'm actually doing with the funds that I've received this summer. All right, let's go. So we're going to go through a little agenda here. Starting a business with zero funding, a simple business plan, grant opportunities, pitch contest, take action, and resources. That's what we're going to go through tonight. All right. Give me a number 2 in the chat if that sounds like a nice little good agenda. And again, I'm only going to be keeping you for another 20 minutes from now. 20 minutes, we should be done, dusted. You will have the content and you can go and take action. All right. So first of all, do you know SCORE? Drop me a number 3 in the chat if you're familiar with Broward SCORE. Number 3 in the chat if you're familiar with Broward SCORE. What does Dr. Robertson say here? I also need office space, branding, and marketing. All right. Yep. All right. So this is going to be a very, very useful segment for you tonight. All right. So if you're familiar with Broward SCORE, this is the content for the most part that I'm going to be bringing you tonight. At Broward School, this little workshop here, it takes about an hour. How to start a business using a free school mentor. That's the first resource I want to give you tonight. Check that out. I'm going to give you all the links as well later on tonight. This is a free webinar, and it shows you how to start a business using the free mentorship from Broward School. Amazing, amazing organization, Broward School. This is where I'm getting most of my content from tonight. There's another workshop that says how to start a business without access to capital. So again, you can start a business if you don't have any money whatsoever. How great is that, right? Another workshop, it's probably about an hour. So check that one out as well. Cynthia Rhodes, she's actually the one who's responsible for this workshop, and she's done several in Broward School. Here's the third one, how to write a one-page business plan. And the next one is how to write a business plan. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this and for this order is because these grants, that you have to have a business plan in place, or at least you have to have a concept of what you want to do as far as your business or your nonprofit. So working with a school mentor, completely free. They are professionals. They've done this before many, many times. You can actually get the help that you need. And the business plans don't have to be elaborate at all. You could be a one-page business plan. It can be a two-page business plan just to get you started. All right. Does that sound like a good idea? If you have an idea in your head, work with a school mentor, build your business plan, and start going after the monies. Because without a business plan, you're kind of sort of shooting in the dark. All right. So let's continue. So you're going to get your business plan started. You're going to get some school mentorship, and they will get you this far already. Now, this is the part that I know that you're interested in, the loans. No, sorry, not the loans, the grants. We're going to ignore everything else here, but we're going to just focus on the grants. So this was a workshop that actually happened yesterday. This is what inspired me to do this show tonight. This is a workshop that literally happened yesterday with Hannah Fernandez. See the date, September 25th at 1 p.m. I attended this webinar. It's about a 1 hour or so workshop. You want to get onto that workshop. It's recorded. So all you need to do is go onto school, see that workshop, take it. It will give you some great ideas. But what I am going to show you tonight is a little clip. I'm going to show you a little clip of that particular video. Let me see. Channing says for-profit marketing, branding, and supplies. Absolutely right. There was a workshop that happened yesterday, and I'm going to show you just about 2 minutes of it, just to give you a feel of what they're talking about in these workshops. All right, let's go for this.
As we go ahead and wrap up the different types of funding options, I also want to cover briefly just some small business grants, because unlike loans, grants don't need to be paid back. So I want to go ahead and make sure that you're armed to really figure out how to win them, but no upfront. This is not easy. Grants are highly competitive because each of the grant makers, they have their own set of guidelines. So you want to make sure that you read the fine print. You want to make sure that you review all the reasons, research them, look them up online, look at their mission and vision and values if you align, kind of figuring out what are the reasons why they're making this grant, and make sure that your company can really fit those qualifications and what they're looking for. And there are some factors that need to be considered. First and foremost, if this is a small business grant, you want to make sure that you have small business status. You want to make sure that you can go out and back that up with documents. Sometimes, they also consider the number of employees. Some grants are saying, you can't have more than 50 employees for this grant. So these are things to put into consideration. Some grants also take into consideration your revenue. Some are sitting there like, this is only for startups with no revenues. And other grants are saying you have to be established and be in business for 2 years. Again, make sure you know exactly what they're looking for. Other grants are really focused on business owner demographics. So a lot of, Latino-owned businesses, Hispanic-owned businesses, some grants actually look for businesses that are minority-owned. And if you're also minority women, there are grants for that too. And there's also grants, if you're minority and veteran owned. So make sure that you go ahead and search for these. And, phase of business development and purpose, that's something to be considered about too. Again, are you a startup? Are you an established business? And is this something that they're looking for? And other times they only fund or with grants certain industries. Other companies or grant makers are like, we're only going to focus on entrepreneurs. Others are like, we're just going to focus on healthcare. We're just going to focus on AI, IT stuff. But make sure you do your search to make sure that you know what it takes, the criteria to win these.
Yes, to win these. And trust me, guys, you may be thinking, if you've never received a grant before, you may be thinking, oh, it's so hard to get a grant. At the beginning of that piece, she did say it's very competitive, and indeed it is. But if you know the system and you know how to maneuver it, what information to put onto your grant application, that is going to give you an advantage. So I encourage you to take all of these grant workshops, seminars, attend as much as you can for free. And most of it, there's a lot of it for free, and you can take advantage of it. I haven't paid for any grant services as yet, and I've received a substantial amount of grants so far. To me, it's substantial. It may not be a lot to others, but to me, to get my first 2 grants this year, it's substantial to me. All right, so let's see who's here. Welcome to Fresh Solutions. Ellie Mae is in. Ellie Mae is in. Welcome, Ellie Mae. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight and being part of tonight's proceedings. And Card Sending Fanatics, hello folks, is in the building as well. Feel free to connect with each other and socialize. All right, so we've done the first part. We have a little bit more to go for you, because I want to give you everything that I'm learning. Anything that I'm learning, I'm just giving it out for free. If I'm learning it for free, I'm giving it out for free. And typically, even if I pay for something, I might still give it away as well. But here we go. Let's continue. So that was Hannah Fernandez talking about grants. She did a 1-hour presentation, and the last 3 minutes or so was about grants. And that's the piece that I thought that you would want, because we don't want to be paying back any type of loans. We just want the grants that you do not have to pay back. All right, let's go. And again, all of these resources are on SCORE, the SCORE website. I'll drop that in a little bit later. All right, there's another one. How to find grant opportunities for your small business. This one was done in May of 2022. So it may just be a little bit older, but I would say attend the one that happened literally yesterday. That's the most freshest information. All right. Now, let's go on to Precious Williams. Precious Williams is an amazing, amazing lady. She is the CEO of Perfect Pitch Group. Now, when I tell you that this woman is dynamic, you are in for a surprise if you attend any of her free workshops. These are recorded webinars at SCORE. You can attend them completely free. They're available. Even if you wanted to watch them tonight, they're available. All you need to do is just go to the website, sign up for the webinar, and attend it right then and there, because they are on demand. So attracting and securing the right funding for your business. And these were both done in June of 2024, so they're very current. And then elevate your pitch game, getting clients, customers, and funders to say yes. Now, why am I so excited about this particular lady? Because she is I think it's a 13 times pitch winner. She's won so many pitch competitions that she teaches it. She actually teaches it. Oh, we have a question in here. Let me just go and see what you guys are saying. Michelle McNabb is in the building. Welcome to you, Michelle, my good friend. We were just in a course together. That's another thing I had to talk about is courses. Card Sending Fanatic says, love it. Everybody, guys, go ahead and share and tell somebody. Marcia Healthcare, hello, MJ. Good to have you, Marcia. And also Channing Insight. She said, what is SCORE? Broward SCORE is an organization that has a ton of resources. It has training, on-demand training. It has recorded webinars. It has mentorship. You can get free mentorship for your business or your organization. It has a ton of templates. It has a lot of things to help small businesses and nonprofits. All right, so you got to go to score.org. Score.org. It's as simple as that, and you're going to be overwhelmed with the amount of content there. But don't let it overwhelm you. Start with one thing, and I'm going to tell you a few things to start with when we get to the end. All right, if you're enjoying the content tonight, drop me a number 4 in the chat. All right, thank you. Absolutely. Just drop me a number 4 if you're enjoying the content so far tonight. All right, let's continue. So why is Precious Williams so important? She has done at least 2 workshops with SCORE, and she is incredible. I was saying that she's a 13-time pitch winner. She's done so many pitches that she's actually teaches people how to pitch. I'm going to give you some links where you can follow her on Instagram and on LinkedIn and different places, because her content is golden. I'm going through her YouTube channel right now, just eating it all up for free. All right, guys. Again, you don't have to pay for these resources. Oh, we're getting some people that are liking this content tonight. Channing is liking it. Fresh Solutions, Dr. Regina, Healthcare, Marcia Healthcare, Beyond Education. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let me tell you a little bit more about Precious Williams. I encourage you to take both of these workshops, and she's going to give you so much goodness that you're going to be blown away. All right, so I want you to report back after you watch some of these workshops. All right, so let's continue. So here is her Instagram. Here is a link tree. You can get her website, The Perfect Pitch Group, join her newsletter, always giving great content out, and all of her business links. She's not paying me to do this. I just think that she's incredible. And when you hear her, let me give you a little story. As a matter of fact, let me give you a little story. And I'm going to play a little bit of a video of her soon. She went on to the Shark Tank. Is anybody familiar with Shark Tank? And she did her pitch. She was pitching her business at the time, which was a lingerie for big ladies, for curvy ladies. And she got so much attention from that. It was just incredible. But she is like she calls herself the pitch master, And she's a public speaker. She's an author, a 4-time best-selling author. She's so incredible. I'm raving about this lady because I think she is amazing. And then to get her content for free, 2 workshops for free with SCORE, you need to follow her. And I'm following her on Instagram too. And I told her, I saw you on SCORE, because she says at the end of her SCORE workshop, she says, contact me and just let me know that you saw me from SCORE. All right. So incredible lady. So let's continue. This is her YouTube channel. All right, Precious Williams, Perfect Pitch Group. These are some of the clients that she's has, or some of the connections that she's had. You know, clients, Forbes magazine, Google, Microsoft, Shark Tank. She was literally on Shark Tank, HubSpot, LinkedIn, Wall Street Journal. These are some of her clients, guys. So she's got receipts. When I tell you that this lady can teach you how to pitch, we're talking about pitch right now. I've entered some pitch competitions, and you got to be dynamic. You've got to be in there. You've got to know your business, and you've got to just do it very well. And this particular lady can help you with that. All right. So I'm just talking about where you can get grants for free. You don't have to pay them back. And also pitch competitions where you do not have to pay back the money that you win. All right. So let's continue. All right, so I want to throw in just a few things for the nonprofits out there as well. Now, if you're a nonprofit, there's a whole series of trainings, webinars for nonprofits. All right, the art of AI for grant writing. There's a lot of grant writing stuff here. 2-page grant proposals, nonprofit series. There's a series of nonprofit workshops that you can watch them all for free. They did a series like around the the September and August time, and I did another series earlier in the year. So check both of those out. The content is golden. If you're a nonprofit, this is how you can get up and running with your nonprofit. And, you know, I'll be doing that later on. But for now, I'm focusing on the for-profit business. All right, guys. So again, how is everybody doing in the chat? Are you enjoying the content tonight? Let me see. Put a number 5 if you're going to follow through with some of these things that I'm telling you tonight. Give me a number 5 in the chat if you're going to follow through with some of the things that I'm sharing with you. And if you want these slides, then I will send them to you. Just send me a message. If you're a personal friend of mine, send me a message. Or if you want the email, here it is, support@lauderhilltv.com. I'm going to put my email in the chat as well. Give me a number 5 if you want the slides. And I have another document that has the nonprofit, all the links, so you can just go and click to the links one by one. I've already done the homework for you. I've already done some of the work for you. So I want to make it easy for you because I want to give you the resources, right? I want to make it easy for you. That's what Lauderhill TV is all about. I'm actually developing something that is going to make all of this information even easier for you to get. You know, if you miss it like 1 week, I want to give you something. We're building something that will make it easy for you to get it whenever you're ready to get it. All right. So I will send you that if you want that as well. All right. We're getting a lot of 5s. It looks like you guys want it. Oh, I see Miss Attorney Tamar Hamilton is in the building. Attorney Tamar Hamilton, welcome to the show tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, if you need an attorney, you need to get hold of Attorney Tamar Hamilton. Just go to Tamar Hamilton Law, tamarhamiltonlaw.com, and she will hook you up. All right. So she wants, you want the nonprofit slides. Guys, send me an email. It's the best way, so I can just send it directly to you because I'm not going to remember all this tonight, but send me an email. The email is right there in the chat, support@lauderhilltv.com. Hope I've spelled that right. Yeah. And what is, she wants those. And 5, staying alive, says Card Sending Fanatics, the strength of community. Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. All right, we are not finished yet. We are not finished yet. Let me check on my time. All right, we're doing pretty good. All right, let's continue. So we talked about the nonprofits. Let's talk about taking action, guys, because I'm going to give you all this stuff, but you got to take action. So again, I want you to go to score.org, and just create a SCORE account. You don't have to, but it just makes it easier because whenever you're doing the webinars, it keeps on asking you for the information over and over again. You got to put your information in every single time. So if you have a SCORE account, it just makes it easier. And then register for the webinar that I've just told you about, right? Let me just remind you what webinars I was telling you about for those who just came in late. And guys, remember, you must come early to Lauderhill TV because we start on time and we get out on time. All right, so I want to just remind you to sign up for the How to Start a Business, right? How to start a business with a SCORE mentor. How to start a business without capital. How to write a 1-page business plan. Easy. How to write a 1-page business plan. How your roadmap to success, because you're going to need a plan to get these grants. And then we want to talk about grants. I'm ignoring the loans. I'm ignoring the other fundings because I want to focus in on grants tonight. Maybe some other night we'll talk about the other stuff, but we're focusing on grants. So there's a workshop about grants here. There's another workshop about grants, which was done earlier in the year, a couple of years ago. Then we have this dynamic lady who is doing the pitch competitions. Pitch, right? So there's 2 there for you. So sign up for these webinars and get on them. And there's a whole series for nonprofits. All right. Then register for a mentor, right? Register for a mentor so that they can walk you through how to put your business plan together. If you're going for a pitch, if you just need some help with your grant, the mentors are there for free. And these are people who have 20, 30 years experience in the field. They have 20, 30 years experience in the field, and they're there to help you. They're there to help me. They've helped me. I had a call with my mentor last week. I was asking him about my accounting system. I got a mentor who was a CPA. You could ask for as many different mentors as you want, and you just ask for specific things. So I wanted one for my accounting, and he helped me to get my accounting stuff set up, making sure it's connected to my bank, and So you can have any type of mentor you want. Am I sounding a bit exciting here? Am I excited? All right. How are you guys doing tonight? How are you enjoying the thing tonight? I do get excited about this. All right, let's go. And then even in the school website, there's a chat box, so you can actually chat directly with the people right there in the on the website and ask your questions there too. But best thing to do is sign up for a mentor, get the newsletters, get the notifications whenever there are new courses coming out, new workshops, new stuff. They even have grants as well at SCORE. But I just actually saw an email today about some scam grants in SCORE. So be careful about that. All right. Anyway, so let's go. Let's continue. All right. So does anybody want to know where I got my grants from? Does anybody want to know where I got my grants from for this year? Anybody curious? Drop me a number 7 in the chat. The strength of community, says Attorney Tamar. Happy to be here with the LTV family. I love it. We're going to be trying to go out on the road and do the show live from some of you guys' offices soon. So get ready for that. Good stuff. We need this. All right. So Tamar says yes. Tamar wants to know where I got my grants from this year. Card Sandy Fanatic says yes. Only 2 people want to know. Only 2 people curious. Nobody cares. Nobody cares except for Tamar and Card Sandy Fanatics. All right. Let me see. Anybody want to know? Anybody else want to know? Anybody want to know where I got my grants from this? Oh, I do have something to show you before I tell you that. I was telling you about Precious with her perfect pitch. I have a little 2-minute video from her as well. So check this one out.
Pitch competitions. As you all know, they matter so much right now. There's some out there, like you just heard, Queen said $20,000. What would you do with $20,000? What would you do with 10? What would you do with 5? What would you do with that to grow your company? What would you do? So think about this. In all that we've been talking about in elevating your pitch game, I want you to think about your edge, because the edge goes back to the question, why should they choose you? What's your secret sauce? What's your secret sauce? One of mine is, yes, I've won 13 national championships. I can also teach and train in all forms of pitching, not just one. I didn't learn how to pitch in a textbook. I learned how to do it on the job and created a proprietary formula. So I've been on both sides of the equation. I've won, I've been in your place. I've created pitch competitions. I've judged pitch competitions. I've trained. Not too many people can tell you that they've done all of that with 421st place champions, and also 2nd and 3rd place were in the thousands. Receipts, testimonials. You won't find too many people with my talent and skill sets. What's your secret sauce? What things are quantifiable? What stories surround you? What would people love to know about you? Most people didn't even understand when I was from 2017 to 2018, I was homeless on the streets of New York because I lost the love of my life. Most people didn't know that I had to shut down Curvy Girls lingerie because of severe grief. Most people didn't know I restarted Perfect Pitches by Precious in 2019. And so many people said it's impossible for me to ever be on anybody's stages. I'm on stages around the world today. Their limits have no limits on me. Like, no limit. Your credentials matter. And if you don't have credentials, build up to that. Sometimes your credentials are the people who know you and can vouch for you. And then those testimonials. If people can go somewhere and look at testimonials for your company on your products and services, lead them there. And so we're coming down to the end. And this is my contact information.
Again, she is one of the SCORE mentors. We have access to her, guys. You don't have to pay for any type of consultation. You get an hour free workshop with her. Ask your questions, send her a text. We have access to so much resources that it's not even funny. So I want to encourage you guys to take advantage of them. I see we have a few people that just joined. All Things Nefer, welcome, Mama Nefer. Good to have you. How's the baby doing? Susan Smith is in the building. Good to have you as well. It's good to have the new people. Please do subscribe. Shanika Barrows here. Good evening. I hope you're doing well considering all things are going on. I really appreciate you stopping by. And Attorney Tamar, Pastor Susan Smith, our Lauderhill pastor and community educator. Wonderful to have you, Pastor Susan Smith. Lovely. Welcome. All right. So, so great to hear her dynamic comeback, right? It's just amazing how people bounce back sometimes. But I want to tell you, definitely connect with that lady because she's just offers so much things through SCORE, and you can contact her directly through YouTube and Instagram and LinkedIn as well. Follow her. Anyway, so where did I get my grants this year? Now, my business is very young. My business is only 1 year old, and I decided I'm going to attend programs. I'm going to apply and get myself ready as much as possible to apply to go for these grants. So the first grant that I received earlier this year was actually through the City of Lauderhill, and it was a 6-week course that I did. And at the end of it, it qualified us to apply for a micro grant. So this is a different type of grant, right? A micro loan. This is a micro loan. There are some stipulations, but at the end of the day, you do not have to pay it back. As long as you follow the rules, you do not have to pay it back. All right. So that's the first one that I got. It was a combination between the City of Lauderhill and Broward College, the Entrepreneurial Center of Broward College, and the Lauderhill Community, what's it, CRA? Was that Community Redevelopment Agency? So it was a combination of all of that. And I was able to get, wait for it, $10,000 grant for my business. All right. That's not too shabby, right? It's my first grant. That's not too shabby at all. And I'm thinking to myself, I'll never qualify for a grant. It's too hard. It's going to be too much paperwork. But listen, that's my first grant for the year. Now, I know that in this year, during over this summer, Lauderhill TV has been up and it's been down. It's been quiet and it's been busy at times. It's because I have been doing all of these other things in the background, taking courses, applying for grants, doing a lot of stuff. So that's the first grant. Can I see some love in the chat? Can I see some congrats in the chat? That's the first one. All right, the second grant now. The second grant was with the Urban League of Broward County. So they had a course as well. They had a course over the summer. That was another 6-week course. And, it's only a few hours. It's only a few hours a week. Once a week, a few hours per week. Has the chat broken? Can I get some congrats in the chat or what? It was only a 6-week course, a couple of hours a week. At the end, one of the administrators says, do you know that they're actually having a pitch competition at the Urban League? I'm like, really? She said, I think you should. She said, I think you should apply. I said, send me the form. Send me the form. So I filled out the form. And also, the Urban League have mentors there too. They have an entrepreneurial center at the Urban League, and they will mentor you in your businesses. Completely free, guys. Come on, it's completely free. Call up the Urban League's Entrepreneurial Center and get this free counseling, this free training, and this free mentorship. All right, so that was the I applied for the filled out my application. I had to do a video, a 1-minute video. That's it, a 1-minute video. Of course, I had to fill out the application, put all this, and of course, like I said at the beginning, you have to have your business plan together, because essentially you're going to be taking parts from your business plan to build your application form, to put it into your application. All right. So then I took part in the pitch competition. I believe there was four winners. And guess what, guys? I was one of the winners. And guess how much it was? Guess how much that grant was? Another $10,000. So all in all, this year so far, and I say so far because I've got another one pending, I say all that to say it's possible. You just need to know where the money is and how to navigate in getting the grant. So just drop me in the chat, please. Just drop me in the chat 20. Just drop it in the chat, and number 20, to show that I got $20,000 this year. So the question was in that flyer, what would you do if you won $20,000 for your business? Let me see. What has anybody got? Oh, we're getting some congrats now. Thank you so much. Marcia says, congratulations, MJ. Channing says, I love that smile, Channing. She says congratulations as well. Tamar, listening intently. All Things Never giving me some love there. Love that. Thank you. Fresh is giving me some love. Tamar, beautiful. Just step out and step into grants. Step out and step into grants, right? You've got to believe in yourself and believe that what you're doing is valuable. So all of you guys, I know you have businesses, you have nonprofits. As long as you believe that you're offering a service or a product or something that is good for the community, you can do so too. You've got to believe in it, though. You've got to believe in yourself, because the conviction, they want to see the passion and they want to see the conviction. All Things Never says 20. Beautiful. Thank you. You go, Lauderhill TV, leading the way. Thank you, Attorney Tamer. I appreciate you. And, you actually played a big role in the business as well. So I appreciate you. My very first client, Attorney Tamer. Lovely, lovely. We'll never forget you for that. Beyond Education says 20. Marcia says 20. Congratulations, says Susan. Card Sending Fanatics says whoop whoop. And Josiah Speaks Hope, she's here as well. Welcome, Josiah Speaks Hope. And I know that you must have got some grants in your time too, right? With 20K products and marketing, right? That's going to be my next one. And congratulations, Queen. Thank you so much. So I'm telling you this not because I want to brag, and I changed the flyer. I did a flyer and then I changed it. I was like, I don't want to be braggadocious, but I want you guys to know that the funds are out there and it's available for us if we're prepared to do the work, right? So I don't want to come across as, oh, I'm doing so great. For what I need and for what I want, I feel like I'm doing great, but there's a lot more that I intend to do, and I'm starting slow, but I'm building the infrastructure. I'm building the infrastructure. And here's one thing for me, it doesn't apply for everybody, but I do not intend to go into debt for my business. That's just me. Some people feel like, yeah, I'm going to get a loan for my business and do it that way. For me, I don't want to get into debt, because debt to me is stress in my head, and I don't want no stress. So I'm going to just do it nice and slow, get these grants, build the infrastructure. I'm going to tell you what I did with the with the funds as well. Damien Fuller, look at that big smile. Awesome. Thank you for sharing the knowledge. You're absolutely welcome, Damien. Good to have you here. I really appreciate that too. All things Nefa, you are, and that's okay to say. Absolutely. Let's build it slowly, man. Card sending for that 100%. I don't want to get into debt for the company. I don't want to have stress. I just want to just do it timely and build the infrastructure. And then when we're going to take off, we're going to be taking off in a big way. But we're just laying the foundation right now. And $20,000, what I'm doing with that money, we've got new equipment that's ready to go out into other people's environment. We're going to be doing live shows in other people's offices, businesses, restaurants, so we can promote their business at the same time promoting Lauderhill TV, right? You see how it works together. But we've got audio equipment that we just tested out last week. We've got the 3-camera setup. So we've got all these different technologies, and then I'll be trying to bring on some staff and some talent so that we can really take this thing forward, and also branding and marketing. All right, we're going to be doing some new branding, some new marketing. And the big thing, we're actually building a Lauderhill TV app. We're building an app, guys, so it makes it easy for you guys to find all of these resources that I'm talking about, find all the businesses, find everything that you need to find in your hand. Everybody has a phone in their hand, so we're building an app so you can get everything easy. All right, so that's where we're going. That's why sometimes you see there's no show this week or there's no show this week, because we're testing stuff or we're working behind the scenes. But you know, it's all right. It's totally all right with me. All right, that's awesome. All things Nefa says. All right, 20 says my Productions. Productions. Who's that? Looks familiar, but I can't remember who that is. My Productions. All right, so that is where the money is going as far as what I've won this year, and I have one more grant pending. Did I tell you? I applied for another grant, and I just heard today. It's a pitch competition, which actually leads to a grant. But I just heard today that I've gotten through to the next round. You know, these pitch competitions are not easy. You got to do the work, and then you've got to pitch. So that's coming up soon. So good vibes to me. Pray for me, guys, that I get that one too, so we can really invest in the marketing and so forth. All right, so we got to get that one. All right, what does card sending say? That's what I'm saying. I have been thinking about grants a lot recently. This is most definitely a confirmation. And you know what, Tina? Applying for grants is actually part of my marketing strategy. So every single week, every week or so, I'm applying for another grant. All right. When I see some of these real professionals who go after these grants, they have so much knowledge and they know where all these grants are. It's so much. So we can. I've added it to my strategy as far as how I'm getting income into the business. We're starting with the grants. All right. I know you are always on the move. Yes, it's a lot of stuff. Congrats already. Thank you. I'm claiming it. I am claiming it. Good luck. You deserve to win. Thank you, Damien. All right. So here is the last part of what I wanted to tell you. Went a little bit longer than I intended tonight, but I guess I got a little bit excited. All right. So the last thing now is I have a bunch of resources that I will share with you. So again, number one, the Lauderhill City Economic Development. This is where I got my first grant. All right. I think they're probably out of funds now for the small businesses. So when next year comes around, you guys be ready. If you're in Lauderhill, be ready. Now, over this last quarter of the year, this is where you want to be preparing. All right. So like I said, have your business plan together. Start working on it. Even if you've never done a business plan before, work with a SCORE mentor to build one. A 1-page is good. A 2-page is good. You don't have to start with the big, lengthy business plan. They're accepting 1- and 2-page business plans these days. All right. So that's the first one. The second resource I'm telling you about is the Urban League of Broward County. They gave me my second grant. All right. So again, you just need to have the things ready. Start building your business plan if you haven't done so already, and have that ready to go. The third thing is Lauderhill Shines. Now, many of you heard me talk about Lauderhill Shines before. It's a 12-week program that literally just started. The cohort started last week for cohort number 8, I think. No, 9. Number 9, I think, just started because I was in 7. They just had 8 after me, and then number 9 just started last week. It's a 12-week program, and it gives you access to so much information about starting a business. Commissioner Melissa Dunn created this program, right? It's in its 9th iteration, and there's over 125 businesses that have gone through and passed this course. Now, why is the course so important? Because it gives you access to resources and connections, right? It gives you access to people and the movers and the shakers in Lauderhill and in Broward. So if you hear about Lauderhill Shines for the coming year, which I guess they're going to start maybe back in the spring for the next cohort, get into that, because it's a domino effect. Once you have done one, it just opens up your eyes and opens up your mind to so much other things. So I'm going to encourage you guys to all things NEFA was in cohort 7 with me. I was in 7 too, and all things NEFA was in number 7 as well. Wow. Dr. Megan, she's in number 9. All things NEFA, are you in it again? Did you join it again? Oh, what were you saying there? Okay, I don't know what you're saying there, but let me know. Marcia said, I need some grants to take my business to the next level. Listen, you do. So here's the challenging part. And I understand where a business is already established, because you are really, really working on the business. But when you're so early in the business, like where I am right now, I'm still working on the infrastructure, and that's why I'm making time to do the grant work. Honestly, Dr. Megan says, I'm practicing my pitch. You had class last night, right? That's so awesome that we have some Lauderhill Shines alumni. And then once you finish the alumni, you will get put into, once you finish your Lauderhill Shines cohort, you'll get put into the bigger alumni group, where we're sharing resources, information, we're making connections. It's just a good place to be. And Tamar, she was in cohort 2. Attorney Tamar was in cohort 2. Man, you're one of the OGs, man. The OGs. Tremendous support and network. You're right, absolutely right. Yay. All right. So Michelle McNair, woohoo. Oh, I wanted to say as well, the equivalent of the Lauderhill Shines is actually available in some other cities too. No, I was telling you there are on 9. Oh, okay, got you. Some other cities have the equivalent of Lauderhill Shines. So I know for a fact Miramar has, I think they call it the Miramar Business Academy, MBA, the Miramar Business Academy. So Michelle, you want to join that one? And I know also for a fact that after that one, you are eligible for a $10,000 grant. So check that out, Michelle. And I think they're probably going to open up next year as well. So get ready from now. So Michelle was actually in a course that we just finished on Tuesday, and that was through Broward College. So it just gives you the network. Now, here's the key thing about the course that we just finished for somebody who has never thought about doing a business before. It's called Ideation, right? BCEX, Broward College Experience, Broward College Entrepreneurial Experience. It helps you to get your idea out of your head and just stand on a piece of paper. When Michelle McNabb put her presentation together and she did her pitch. Oh my goodness. The teacher was going bananas, man. The teacher was going crazy. The teacher was like, this is a really good idea. So listen, guys, watch out for Michelle McNabb. She's about to retire, but she wants to do something different. She could do anything. She could do anything in the world, but she took advantage of that course, another free course through Broward College, and she has just excelled. I was so proud of you, Michelle. I felt like a proud mommy. It was amazing. It was amazing. I love it. I love it. So okay, let's continue here. I'm super excited, says Dr. Megan Global. All things there for art. Yeah. All right. So let's continue here. I was in Shine too. Yes. Josiah Speaks. Which cohort were you in? And we were also on a grant writing workshop together. Remember last year? I think it was last year, right? Josiah Speaks. Yes. Cohort 4 says Josiah Speaks. All right. Sunrise has one also. Okay. Also, that's great. I'm going to look that up too. 20,000. So you're watching on delay, says Michelle. Okay, cool. All right. Congrats, Michelle. So what was the last thing that I wanted to show you tonight? So let's see. So that's what 1, 2, 3. And then the fourth one, I did mention it, the Broward College Entrepreneurial Experience. I've left their LinkedIn here. And guys, if you want all of the documents that I've shared tonight, I have this one. I also have a list of the nonprofit courses in SCORE. I can send that to you. We have so much content that's available to us in Broward, and it's just for us to take advantage of it. And one thing that I'm doing with Lauderhill TV is making this known to anybody that I know, because you know what? As much as the information is there, do you know about it? How many people know about it? Did anybody learn something new tonight that they did not know before? Let me know that. Let me know. Did you just put a new in the chat if you learned something new that you did not know before? Just drop me a number new in the chat. Do me that. Do that for me, please. Do that for me, please. And while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and play a quick ad for you. You're going to recognize who this is. All right, let's go.
The Law Office of Tamar Hamilton stands as a beacon of legal service excellence, specializing in real estate title and closing services, wills, trust, and probate. Your dreams and rights are more than just cases to us. Choose the Law Office of Tamar Hamilton. Call 954-507-4757 or visit tamarhamiltonlaw.com.
Reach your target audience by advertising on Lauderhill TV. Email support@lauderhilltv.com for the details. All right, guys. You saw that this attorney Tamar is in the building. That is her commercial. And Lauderhill TV produced that for her and with her. All right. So if you want to partner with Lauderhill TV and have us help you with your marketing, with your ads, with your advertising, get in touch with me. Again, the email is in the chat. It's Lauderhill TV. It's support@lauderhilltv.com. Let me drop that in the chat one more time for you. Support. Let me pin that. Can I pin that? Oh, I have to be in the other section for that. So let me put in support@lauderhilltv.com. Get in touch with me, and we can work together. And also, guys, this is what we're coming with new. This is a new thing, and I think Attorney Tamar probably will be the first one to take advantage of this too. But if you have an office, if you have a space that has a little bit of room, we want to come to your office, or if you have a restaurant, or if you have some space and you'd like Lauderhill TV to come out and broadcast live from your location, get in touch with me, because we can promote you and we can promote us at the same time. This is what we call community collaboration and support. Oh, look who's in the building. I see Craig. Amazing. Kirtland. He is a poet. He is a master poet and speaker, and he is going to be at Queen Mode coming up in a couple of months. So blessings and respect, everybody. Good to have you here, sir. All right. So I see some people, they've learned some things new tonight. All things Nafra says she did. Damien says he did. Beyond education, no. Fresh solutions, no. So we are doing a good thing here. We are doing what we need to be doing. Marcia says new. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Queen. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Look forward to seeing you in a couple of months. Yes, yes, yes. And you know what? Leading up to that, I'm going to have to play that interview that we did over at the award show. We're going to make sure that we play that before the event comes around. Help you to do that. Absolutely. See you in Florida very, very soon, my friend. Wishing you a lovely evening. Did we really went over so much? Oh, wow. I did a lot of talking tonight. I didn't mean to go on so long, but it's 9 o'clock. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Drop me in the chats as you're leaving what you want to see next, what you want to see more of. I want to give you what you need, and I'll go ahead and do the research. Give me what you need so I can help you, all right? Thank you so much for tuning in to Lauderhill TV tonight, and I will see you next week, either in my studio, or at your spot or somewhere fun. And we're going to do some interesting things this coming couple weeks, all right? So have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody. Send me a message, send me an email, support@lauderhilltv.com, or a WhatsApp message if you have my contact information to get the resources. All right? I want to make sure that you have everything you need. Catch you later. Bye.
Our children are our future. It doesn't matter if you don't have your own children.
And it's so good to have you here. We were introduced by programs that are happening in and around.
With our food distribution feeding people.
That day? Oh, okay. So
Back then, for my lifeguards and swimmers, back then the prerequisite was 5 people.